I'm almost out of batteries in this little thing. How's it going, guys? Happy Friday. I started to trip. Who was it? Alan? I think Alan. His Twitter handle is at sweating_it_off, sweating it off. Alan was like, Kelly, you should trademark your whole hold on, and then I'm drinking water. But number one, I honestly don't even think about it until I start drinking water at the beginning of my videos, and then I'm like, oh, everyone makes fun of me. And I know you're being friendly. About drinking my water. I don't even know why. I think what it is like right now, I just finished my workout. I have to go, hop in the shower and get out of here today. And Mr. Flo, see, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable flexing over here. Although I feel, I'll get to that in a second. But I'm always like just finishing my workout and then I come over here. Excuse me, drank too fast. I usually plop up my my camcorder here. Is that even a word? Plop. I put my camcorder up here, I do my workout, and then I come over here, I just turn it on and start doing a whole lot of this. As I told you guys, this is what I'm using during the day. I actually don't usually drink out of this during a workout, because as you know, I drool all over myself, because I drink fast. But, see, this means that's all I have left. And then I will have drank, what's the right word? I will have drinked, just kidding. What is the right word? I will have drank. I will have drunken. I will have drank. That doesn't sound right. I will have consumed that much water for today. So, anyway, you guys, again, bad on me. I've been a bad blogger this week, but it's Friday, and I wanted to talk about something really quickly today. You all are going, quickly. Kelly, when have you ever talked about anything quickly? Anyway, number one, I'm not wearing my heart rate monitor for two reasons. Number one, I need a new chest strap because that's always the thing. Polar heart rate monitors are great, but I got to tell you, those chest straps, and Chris, I'm going to talk to you about this because you say that usually the reason their chest strap doesn't work is that they haven't washed it. I am psycho about washing things. Psycho. I wash it every time in my sink, and then like every third time I'll put it in the washer. But my chest strap's always, so number one, but then the other two I was thinking, I might even do like a little experiment while I'm getting back into, you guys know I'm trying to focus on, it's reminding me I have an appointment, but I don't really have an appointment. I better not have an appointment right now or I'm late. Anyway, I was thinking that during this time when I'm focusing more on just consistent workouts instead of, for those of you guys that have been reading my blog or watching me babble for several years, you know that the past couple of years, I've been on this mad rush to try to lose this perimenopausal weight gain, which was originally about 25, probably, because I didn't weigh myself until after I'd lost some weight. So I probably could have gained a total of maybe 25, 30 pounds. And, I've already lost, I would say 5 to 10 pounds from when I first started. And now I haven't weighed myself recently. But anyway, for those of you guys that have been watching my blog for a long time, you know that especially the past couple of years, it was like I was so determined to fix this and lose 20 pounds immediately that I've just been on a series of like stop, start, and trying to do like extreme sports. I do Insanity or Training with Jenny Lynn and doing training 2 or 3 workouts a day for hours and hours, and then I'd stop and whatever. There was a whole lot of starting and stopping. And then for those of you maybe a year or so ago, you would notice like I was starting to get so obsessed with using my heart rate monitor for the wrong reasons. I was like, oh, well, if the 300 calorie workout's good, 400's better, and 500's better. And there were times when I wouldn't settle for anything less than 800 calories, a burn, or 1,000. And I was, I was going relentless. And then I had some of my friends going, you're overtraining. And I'm like, of course, I'm not overtraining. And yet I wasn't losing weight. And then I was continually going, I don't understand. Well, I'll do more tomorrow. I'll do 2 workouts tomorrow. And I was doing all of this. I was just staying exactly the same weight for the better part of the past 2 years. It wasn't that I was gaining. It was more so that I felt like I was making effort, but I was staying at the same thing. Circle back to why am I talking about I might not worry about wearing my heart rate monitor for a period of time, is just to get my mind away from putting the value on my workouts and the value on my activity based on how many calories I burn. I've got to kind of get out of that. It's always fun. It's cool to see, what certain workouts I do. I think it's cool to see like that insanity gets my heart rate up this high. It's also good to see your recovery, because for those of you that understand anything about heart rate training, and I'm not an expert, I'm just somebody who knows a lot. But if you can get your heart rate jacked up really high and then recover fast, like it doesn't take you that long to get back from 160 or 180 to 130, where you can walk around and talk, that's good. If it takes you a long time to get back down there, that's not so good. So that's all good, but I do know with me, like I've told you guys before, and this is what Carla was like smacking me about, you can work out and not be totally drenched in sweat and still have that count and be working you towards your efforts in fitness. Like with me, why do you guys think I like hot yoga so much? Because I get out of it and I'm drenched in sweat. Like for some reason, I think that's part of me thinking that it's only a valid workout if you're totally sweaty, if you've drenched yourself and killed yourself and you've burned 800 calories. And I've got to get out of that mindset. My whole goal right now is to get back into what I did when it wasn't a hassle. It's not that I want to say it's a hassle now, but what I've seen about myself is that the past 2 years, it's just been like working out for me had become a punishment. My diet had become a punishment. It was all about fixing myself, and not enjoying the ride and not enjoying the stuff that I love, which is, you guys know, I love to work out. I have freaking over 100 workout DVDs and I love them. But the past 2 years, it was punishment, because I was like, what can I do to lose the weight now? What can I do to lose the weight now? I'm gonna not eat this. I'm gonna get everything out of my refrigerator. I've gotta stop that, because you know what? Before, I have to say, this is probably not the most healthy thing to say to everybody. I really can't say, with the exception of maybe like right when I got married and then a couple of other times, I can't really say, oh, back then, that's exactly where I wanted my body to be. I think women, we tend to be this way. Please note, I'm not saying that this is something that you should reach for. I'm not saying that this is a healthy mindset. I'm just telling you. I don't really ever think I felt like, oh, I'm there, I'm in maintenance now. I was always working towards something. And although that's not an ideal mindset to have, it is what it is. What I'm telling you is that when I first started working out, this was back in the days when Taibo first came out. And I started doing Taibo in my, I almost said in my hotel room, in my apartment after work, and that's all I did was cardio. And then I started to do, when the Firm, remember I was talking about that the other day, the original Firm workouts came out, I was doing those because that was when I first got into weight training, and I first started noticing like, wow, I like what's happening with my shoulder, when I do that. And then, but again, I got into a system, it wasn't, and I'm not doing this vlog to bash on heart rate monitors at all. I'm kind of just making a point that, sometimes you have to just adjust your mindset. A lot of you are like, I like to adjust the volume on this vlog to 0 so I don't have to hear her like, but anyway, when I used to work out back then, I would just do a workout. I would put my Taibo in, I would do my workout, and I wasn't like, oh, do you think I sweated enough? Do you think I burned enough calories? I just did the workout, and then I did another workout. And in the days when I started doing the Firm, I would do Taibo one day, and I would do the Firm the next day. Taibo one day, the Firm. Sometimes I would finish the Firm workouts, and you guys know I've always liked to, I love leg muscles, but I am definitely someone that's inherited my dad's really muscular legs. So for many years, I avoided doing as much lower body work because I was under the wrong mindset. I'd bulk up, which is silly. But I was always, sometimes I do extra bicep curls or extra, shoulder work or whatever. But I was just done. I was like, I did my workout. I'm going to move on. It wasn't like, have I done enough? I need to do more. And I wasn't like trying to, go buy a treadmill and do a treadmill until 3 in the morning. I just did my workouts. And I really didn't start to get a like effed up mindset until, and again, please understand, I'm not saying this to make bad points about a trainer. I'm not saying this to make bad points about a heart rate monitor. I'm just telling you some of the things that I took in and started just twisting. You can twist some instructions that have been given to you and really like look at it in a warped view. Like if someone goes, oh, you've lost weight, and you take it like, oh, you must be telling me I look like I've lost weight because you thought I was fat. That's taking something and twisting it, right? In a way. So when I started working out with a trainer, and that was right about when, I didn't realize it at the time, but that was right about when I was going into perimenopause, right when I hit 40. And I remember that I started working out with him, and that's was like 2 or 3 months later is when my boobs started to get really big and I started to gain weight, and he was like, "Are you pregnant?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" You know, I had no idea what was going on, but I couldn't fit into any of my workout bras, and I was gaining weight in my tummy, and I was freaking out. And that's when I started to become obsessed. I was looking at everything on my heart rate monitor, and if he told me to do 45 minutes of cardio, then I was going back to him, and you can ask, and I'm hoping to get Jay on one of these videos, but I was going to him all the time going, should I do this? What about more? What about, am I eating the wrong kind of protein bar? What about this? Because I just could not understand why I couldn't snap my fingers and make it all go away. And it had to be some magic clue that I wasn't doing. But you guys, I started and stopped so many times over the past 2 years, and then adding an incredible amount of stress to that, and adding a whole lot more time of giving up that we tend to not count that. Like when you get pissed off on a Thursday and maybe you've had 2 good workouts. I know some of you have had this, because whenever I do vlogs like this, I get tons of emails going, thank you, that's what I've been doing. But like, you'd have a really good week, you'd work out Monday, you'd work out Tuesday, you'd work out Wednesday, and then you blew it on Friday. You go to a happy hour at work and you have pizza, and you come home and you're like, screw it. Not only did I eat bad, but I had alcohol and I blew my workout. So then you're like, well, let's just enjoy the weekend. And then you go to Jewel and you buy Krispy Kreme donuts and you bring them home, and maybe you order a Giordano's pizza and you sit at home and you wear your robe and you're like, I'm gonna take this weekend, I'm going to chill up, I'm not going to do anything, I'm going to start hardcore on Monday. How many of you have done that? And then you realize that you've done that like not once, not twice, but 3 times, and then you go, wait, I did that in January. Oh, wait, I did that in February too. Oh, and then I went on vacation. Oh, and then I did this. And then you start to add it up and you go, holy shit, sorry, but that's how the things add up and you don't even realize it. And so you can have this conversation like, I don't understand why I'm not losing weight. I'm eating right. All I eat is chicken breasts. Except for, and then somebody will go, well, what about that party? What about her birthday party? What about this? What about when you slept in? What about when you were hungover? What about this? Oh, and then you're like, oh. So this is all to say, if you don't pay attention to the details, you can usually overestimate. It's just typical, you guys. We overestimate what we eat. We underestimate what we burn. But for me, I'm just trying to get back into the place in my life where it was just part of what I did, and I wasn't so obsessed about, you know, well, if that workout's 250 calories, that doesn't count. That's not as good. And then giving myself mental reasons to stop or start. I'm just keeping going. If I have a little sweat, if this workout has more sweat than the last one, so be it. What's better is that I keep going, and that I don't say, you know, I'm giving it up, I'm calling it a day, I'm putting my robe on, I'm going to watch TV, and I'll start again on Monday. There has to be a no stopping. There has to be just enjoy what you do. Some people have never used a heart rate monitor. Some people have never gotten so obsessive, and you have to just do what you love, I guess, is the big thing that I'm getting back to. Do what you love. I mean, there's some people who go, what are you doing in kickboxing? That's not in vogue anymore. I'm doing kickboxing because I like it and because I have a busted shoulder. But I like kickboxing. So if I like kickboxing and it's not, you know, as cool as it was or as mainstream as it was, who cares? If that's what I like, if I want to get back into step aerobics and wear thongs and leg warmers, I'm going to do it. I just won't do it in public. Okay? So that was my big ramble-on-a-thon. Didn't I say it was going to be a short vlog? And here we are, 13 minutes. So you guys have a good weekend. I'm going to shut up and I'll talk to you tomorrow. And if you've already fallen asleep, just let this video run out.